Good evening, my pretties. I've got some juicy crime cutlets for you for my monthly crime cutlet update. Some quick hits on recent crimes that are being committed in quick cutlet juicy style. The first one I want to talk about is going to be a Texas teen who went missing while walking his dogs back in 2015, has been found alive, officials have said. Rudy Farias, as he's been called Rudy, was found outside a church in Houston on Thursday, 8 years after he vanished, according to the Houston police. Farias, now 25, was found with cuts and bruises all over his body, but is now in recovery at a hospital, the news has reported. Rudy's family is excited, Melissa Rangel, a case manager with Texas Center for the Missing, told OU11. They are over the moon, but they're also worried Rudy is not doing well, Arias told community activist Quanell X that in 2015, when he was first reported missing, that he had actually run away. That he'd actually run away from home, but he returned only after 2 days of being gone. His mother then told him that he had to go into hiding. What are you talking about, have to go into hiding? What kind of crazy shit is that? Claiming that he would be arrested even if he ever tried to run away again. You know, mental masturbation, manipulation. And she brought him back to the house. She hid him in the home. And initially, whenever they came around looking again, she would hide him in the house. She just kept saying, hide if you don't want to go to jail. And of course, being afraid of going to jail, Rudy would hide. During that time that he was kept hidden, Santana subjected Farias to countless instances of abuse, including forcing him to take psychedelic mushrooms. I don't know about you, but that seems like a weird parenting style. Maybe they were doing them together. I don't know. She was giving him drugs. She was punishing him by locking him in a room over and over. What the hell's wrong with this lady? And how old is this guy? What the hell's going on between the two of them? What kind of person does shit like that? Mr. Cornell said as he held back tears, she convinced him that law enforcement wanted to put him in jail, that law enforcement was looking for him because he had run away, and because of that, he was going to go to prison. He was obviously deathly afraid of prison, something that probably had been ingrained in him for a while. And it sounds like maybe he might have some maybe mental issues or mental understanding. Maybe he was just too young to understand. I'm not sure what's going on as far as him, but that's your parent. You're usually going to do what your parent says. So I can't feel anything but heartbreak for this poor Rudy. Neighbors revealed that they were shocked to hear that Rudy had been missing. Keisha Ross told ABC News, he used to come to my garage, chill with my cousin, son, and daughter, that the boy had never been missing. Sometimes he would go to the park by himself. Ross knew him as Dolph, short for Rudolph, his given name. She also noted that it was several weeks since she had seen him. That's because I guess his mama had tied him up. And then it came out to be that his mama tied him up, told him that he had to service her like she was a husband, that he was a husband and a daddy. So he made her, you know what happened there. I don't know what kind of craziness is going with this woman, but it sounds like she needs to have her gonads electrocuted. So she not only physically abused this poor boy. She sexually abused him and then mentally masturbated him on top of that. He finally was able to get away. When he was found, he looked like a mess, and then the truth started coming out. So that is being investigated right now. And if that lady has done what is being said, exactly what I said, she needs to have her gonads electrocuted. My second cutlet, this one will get you. It'll snap at you. A woman, the woman supposedly who helped Lady Gaga's stealers steal her dogs, took Lady Gaga to court after that. A woman who helped steal Lady Gaga's dogs fails miserably, right, bitch, in an attempt to get a reward money, to get the reward money, pardon me, that Lady Gaga was offering, $5,000. And the judge in Los Angeles reportedly dismissed Jennifer McBride's lawsuit, demanding that the superstar pay $5,000 reward money she offered after the violent theft of two of her three dogs, and that McBride herself had apparently helped the dogs to get stolen. Screw you, lady. So because Lady Gaga had that $500,000 reward up there, she thought, well, hey, I need this money. I want it. She wanted to sue Lady Gaga for it. The judge said, have you fucking lost your mind? You were in on the crime. You can't you cannot prosper off committing a crime. So no, you're not getting this money. And Lady Gaga was going to fight her all the way to the death because they shot that poor dog walker. And they didn't even know at the time when they were trying to kill the dog walker that it was Lady Gaga's dog. Otherwise, these people would have never seen their dog again, because that's what kind of assholes dog stealers are, knowing that most people treat their dogs like they're part of the family. Despicable, unscrupulous assholes. This next cutlet is sprinkled with the bitch is crazy sauce. You know why? Because the bitch is crazy. Oh, a baby girl died after she was left home alone in Cleveland for 10 days. She was left home alone in Cleveland for 10 days as her mother traveled without having made any arrangements for the young one's care. And officials said Thursday that Cristal Candelario, 31, was arrested and charged with her murder of her baby girl, Jay Lynn, who was found unresponsive in their home, police said. There were no signs of trauma. This happened in the Cuyahoga Medical County Examiner's Office investigated, revealed the child had been left alone and unattended for approximately 10 days and subsequently died. Candelario, of course, she wasn't worried about her baby. The fact that the baby was slowly starving to death in a pig pen, playpen that turned into a pig pen. It was so soiled. The baby had been in there for 10 days. No water, no food. It wasn't old enough to get out of the playpen itself and feed itself. So guess what? The baby died. And meanwhile, this bitch over here is over here going out, having a good time, not even looking back. I know a lot of times young mothers regret, being tied down all the time by their children. But there was opportunities here for other people to take care of this baby. So why she didn't step up and ask them and had to go why she had to go out there and act all Casey Anthony about it, I really don't know. So Candelario had been on vacation during the 10 days that the baby was starving to death. She went to Puerto Rico and then Detroit. According to the police, at the time of her arrest, she did admit that she left the baby home alone and unattended. The baby's pen consisted of soiled blankets, a bottom liner saturated with urine and feces. Neighbors had said to the news station that she had asked them previously to take care of Jalen. They had no problem doing it, and they didn't understand why they didn't reach out to her or to them to watch Jalen again. They asked why she didn't reach out for their help because the little girl Jalen certainly did not deserve what happened to her. Well, I hope this Christelle lady gets what's coming to her. We all make mistakes, but this seems like it was on a very conscious level here what happened. This beef crime cutlet is especially gruesome. This one hits like a piece of meat burned on the grill. The parents and sister of a brother, his name was Caesar Olade, 18, was found dead in their home in Nash. It appeared as if the victims had been shot in various places in the residence, then dragged to the bathroom, according to an affidavit authorities in East Texas said, and they jailed an 18-year-old man on capital murder charges in the shooting of his parents and siblings. Police in the small town of Nash say officers responded to a report that a man harmed his family and was threatening to kill himself on Tuesday. They were told that multiple people were inside dead. A lady later called the police saying he had pulled the trigger and shot his family. They persuaded him to surrender and then found the bodies of his parents and his siblings. It appeared as if the family had been shot. The affidavit said co-worker of Elizabeth, the old lady, had gone to the home because the woman had failed to arrive at work with a family member. So she took a family member with her and they went over to go check on Elizabeth. The family member then forced his way into the house where he then confronted Caesar, who pointed a firearm at him and told him that he had killed his family because they were cannibals and they were going to eat him. I'm not sure what to say about that one. Mental health is a crazy, crazy issue. I feel sorry for everybody involved, especially the people who had to force their way in and find the ugly scene. Wish them the best of luck. Sorry to the family. That's some crazy shit. And and a this cutlet chunk is just dripping with crime. Okay, this one is so sinister that it just drips with crime from the juices of the meat. A Marine was detained last month after a missing 14-year-old girl was found in the barracks of a California base. The teenager was found on June 28th, just after 2 weeks her grandmother reported her missing in the San Diego area to the San Diego Sheriff's Department. They worked with the NCIS team. They came together. They found out where she was and who she was with. And it turned out to be it was with a Marine in Combat's Logistics Battalion. 1st Marine Logistics Group was taken into custody for questioning by Naval Criminal Investigative Services, like that series NCIS. Well, that's what's involved here. And Navy and Marine Law Enforcement Agency and the father of the Marine, or the Marine itself, not the father of the Marine, remains in custody. His command said that he has not been formally charged yet. The command takes this matter very seriously, as well as they do all allegations, they say. And the girl's grandmother reported the child missing on June 13th. She said the girl had run away 4 days earlier. The grandmother said the girl had run away before, but she had always come back home rather quickly. Sounds like she has a pattern of established behavior here, and she may be taken advantage of by an older person where she's very, very gullible and coming from a broken home. Know all about that one. This time, I guess she did not. Authorities said the girl's information up in the missing person database. She was subsequently returned to her grandmother, who added that detectives interview the teen, and the family was also offered services, like counseling and shit like that. The girl hasn't been identified and probably will not be due to her age. So this is becoming like, normal headlines for us, adults trying to kite young children, trying to claim they're not pedophiles. They're just mature, attracted adults to whatever the hell the fuck is going on with all that bullshit. Anyway, if you think or you're in that situation or you know somebody who's in that situation, Teen Line provides peer-based support from teenagers trained and are available every evening to take calls and text. Call 310-855-HOPE, which is 4673, or 800-TLC-TEEN if you need that kind of help. The National Human Trafficking Hotline is 1-888-373-7888, and they're available 24 hours a day. You can also text the letter B and the word free to 23373 to get you in. If you are looking for any kind of help like that, help is out there. So those are my crime cutlets for you this month, folks. I know there will be more to come. I had trouble choosing over the last day or two working on this project what to even choose from. It was so frantic out there. Love you all. Take care of yourself. If you see something, say something. And good night, my pretties.